Chapter 15. The Book of Shortening the Prayer when Traveling. It was narrated that Yala bin Umayyah said, I said to Umar bin al-Khattab, there is no sin on you if you shorten Salah, and if you fear that the disbelievers may put you in trial, attack you. But now the people are safe. Umar said, I wondered the same thing, so I asked the Messenger of Allah about that, and he said, this is a favor from Allah SVT to you, so accept his favor. Grade Sahih. It was narrated from Umayyah bin Abdullah bin Khalid that he said to Abdullah bin Umar, we find mention of prayer when one is at home, not traveling, and prayer at times of fear in the Quran. But we do not find any mention in the Quran of prayer when traveling. Ibn Umar said to him, O son of my brother, Allah SVT sent Muhammad to us when we did not know anything, and all we should do is to do that which we saw Muhammad doing. Grade Sahih. It was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Messenger of Allah set out from Mecca to Al-Madinah, fearing nothing but the Lord of the worlds, and praying 2 rakahs. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Ibn Abbas said, we used to travel with the Messenger of Allah between Mecca and Al-Madinah, fearing nothing but Allah, the Mighty and Sublime, and praying 2 rakahs. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Ibn al-Simt said, I saw Umar bin al-Khattab praying 2 rakahs in Dhul Hulayfa, and I asked him about that. He said, I am simply doing that which I saw the Messenger of Allah doing. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Anas said, I went out with the Messenger of Allah from Al-Madinah to Mecca, and he continued to shorten his prayers, and he stayed there for 10 days. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Abdullah said, I prayed 2 rakahs with the Messenger of Allah on a journey, and 2 rakahs with Abu Bakr, and 2 rakahs with Umar. May Allah SVT be pleased with them both. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Umar said, the prayer for Jumu'ah is 2 rakahs, and for Al-Fitr is 2 rakahs, and for An-Nar is 2 rakahs, and for traveling is 2 rakahs, complete and not shortened, on the tongue of the Prophet. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Ibn Abbas said, the prayer of the resident was enjoined on the tongue of your Prophet, 4 rakahs, and the prayer of the traveler is 2 rakahs, and the prayer of fear is 1 rakah. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Ibn Abbas said, Allah the Mighty and Sublime enjoined the prayer on the tongue of your Prophet, while a resident 4 rakahs while traveling 2, and at times of fear 1. Grade Sahih. Chapter 1. Prayer in Mecca. It was narrated that Qatada said, I heard Muaz bin Salama say, I said to Ibn Abbas, how should I pray in Mecca if I do not pray in congregation? He said, 2 rakahs, the Sunnah of Abu al-Qasim. Grade Sahih. Musa bin Salama narrated that he asked Ibn Abbas, I missed the prayer in congregation when I was in Al-Batta. How do you think I should pray? He said, 2 rakas, the Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah, grade Sahih. Chapter 2, Prayer in Mina. It was narrated that Haritha bin Wahab al-Qusay said, I prayed 2 rakas with the Prophet in Mina when the people were more secure and greater in number. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Haritha bin Wahab said, the Messenger of Allah led us in prayer in Mina 2 rakas when the people were greater in number and more secure. Grade Sahih. It was narrated from Anas bin Malik that he said, I prayed 2 rakas with the Messenger of Allah in Mina and with Abu Bakr and Umar, and 2 rakas with Uthman at the beginning of the caliphate, at the beginning of his caliphate. Grade Hassan. It was narrated that Abdullah said, I prayed 2 rakas in Mina with the Messenger of Allah. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Abdur Rahman bin Yazid said, Uthman prayer 4 rakas in Mina until news of that reached Abdullah, who said, I prayed 2 rakas with the Messenger of Allah. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Ibn Umar said, I prayed 2 rakas with the Messenger of Allah in Mina and 2 rakas with Abu Bakr, may Allah SWT be pleased with him, and 2 rakas with Umar, may Allah be pleased with him. Ubaydullah bin Abdullah bin Umar narrated that his father said the Messenger of Allah prayed 2 rakas in Mina, and Abu Bakr prayed 2 rakas, and Umar prayed 2 rakas, and Uthman prayed 2 rakas at the beginning of his Khilafah. Grade Sahih. Chapter 3, the length of stay during which prayers may be shortened. It was narrated from Yahya bin Abi Ishaq that Anas bin Malik said, we went out with the Messenger of Allah from Al-Madinah to Mecca, and he used to lead us in praying 2 rakas until we came back. Yahya said, did he stay in Mecca? He, Anas, said, yes, we stayed there for 10 days. Grade Sahih. It was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Messenger of Allah stayed in Mecca for 15 days, praying each prayer with 2 rakas. Grade Hassan. Al-Ala bin Al-Hadrami said, the Messenger of Allah said, the Muhajir may stay for 3 days after completing his rituals. Grade Sahih. It was narrated that Al-Ala bin Al-Hadrami said, the Prophet said, the Muhajir may stay for 3 days after his rituals. Grade Sahih. It was narrated from Aisha that she performed Umrah with the Messenger of Allah, traveling from Al-Madinah to Mecca. Then when she came to Mecca, she said, O Messenger of Allah, may my father and mother be ransomed for you. You shortened your prayers, and I offered them in full. You did not fast, and I fasted. He said, well done, O Aisha, and he did not criticize me. Grade Sahih. Chapter 4, not performing voluntary prayers while traveling. Bara bin Abdur Rahman said, Ibn Umar did not offer more than 2 rakas when traveling, and he did not offer any prayer before or after that. It was said to him, what is this? He said, this is what I saw the Messenger of Allah doing. Grade Sahih. Isa bin Hafs bin Asim said, my father told me, I was with Ibn Umar on a journey, and he prayed Suhr and Asr with 2 rakahs each. Then he went and sat on his carpet. He saw some people offering voluntary prayers and said, "What are these people doing?" I said, "They are offering voluntary prayers." He said, "If I had wanted to pray before and after the obligatory prayer, I would have offered it in full." I accompanied the Messenger of Allah, and he did not pray more than 2 rakahs when traveling, and Abu Bakr did likewise until he died, as did Umar and Uthman. May Allah SVT be pleased with them all. Great Sahih